Well, good morning. This is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred. Really glad you could join me today out here in the vegetable garden. It's a beautiful late spring morning. And so today I thought we would go harvest some of my Gypsy broccoli. I'm really looking forward to that. So thanks for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden. Well, I planted that Gypsy broccoli back on April 4th. You know, and Gypsy broccoli is a heat-tolerant variety. And I also grow that Gypsy broccoli underneath my row covers. You know, it helps protect from some of that warmer sun. And it also, of course, keeps the cabbage butterfly off the leaves and also the aphids. So, you know, it's a nice micro environment that they grow under. And I also grow my broccoli in my composted leaf mulch that I amend with topsoil. And so these have been growing for quite some time and they're ready to harvest. So what I need to do is pull back my row covers and to open up the hoop houses, and then we can start harvesting these. So thanks for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden. So I need to remove some of these brick, and then we can take the cover off. But these broccoli plants have been thriving underneath these row covers. All right, well that pretty much does it. So let's take a closer look at some of these beautiful broccoli plants. These hoop houses are about 4 feet wide and 3 feet high. I made these out of 1/2-inch rigid conduit you can buy from home centers. Good morning, Bill. Are you joining us out here in the garden today? Well, you can just see how beautiful these broccoli heads are and how large they are. Again, there's no holes or very little holes in these leaves, you know, they live stress-free lives here, protected underneath these row covers. Some of these broccoli heads I actually could have picked a little bit earlier. They're starting to, but they're just a beautiful lush and rich green color. So I just have a nice sharp kitchen knife, and I'm going to take this one plant here and I'm going to cut the stalk and the leaves. We'll take a look at it. And so let's just remember, you know, this was from one teeny tiny seed, this one beautiful broccoli head. And so you can just see that it's a beautiful, healthy plant that was growing underneath those row covers, protected by the environment and also from those garden pests. You know, another nice thing about these broccoli plants is that you can eat the leaves and you can eat the stalk. So basically, you know, you can eat the whole plant. You know, these leaves here are very similar to collard greens. You know, and so even while these are growing and maturing, you can go out in your garden and pick these leaves and You know, you can either stir fry them or steam them or put them in your smoothies, you know. And so what I'm going to do is, let's take the leaves off the stalk here, and let's just take a closer look then at the stalk itself, so I can show you what a nice, healthy, vibrant plant is, you know, one that's received plenty of nutrients. You know, and the healthier the plant is, the more disease resistance it's going to be. Even these little tiny leaves are just good to eat, and eat right off the stalk here. And also, these broccoli plants will send out side shoots for maybe 3 weeks or maybe a little bit longer after you cut the head off. I had a few already where the side shoots are coming off. But let's take a closer look at the stalk of this, and you can just see how healthy this broccoli is. Again, look how thick the stalk is. And so that's what you want to aim for, is a nice healthy broccoli plant with a nice thick stalk. I also amend my garden beds early spring with my alfalfa pellets. Gives it time to work them into the soil. And also in all my garden beds I add a 2 or 3 inch layer of my composted leaf mulch that I amend with topsoil. I get that locally from Barnside Farms. I get anywhere from 5 to 10 yards per season. This year I think I got maybe around 5 in order to top all my beds off, so you have a nice fresh start. And so why don't we pick one more head of broccoli, and then that should do it for today. So I had this one other head of broccoli here right overhanging the garden bed, so I thought I would cut this one out. I also planted 18 of these seedlings in this garden bed, and they're spaced like 24 inches apart. And so I'm just going to cut the stalk out on this one so it'll produce side shoots. And so, again, another beautiful head of broccoli. So why don't we put that here in the basket. You know, as a gardener, one of my favorite things to do is, you know, walk around the garden and just eat the vegetables that are either growing on the vine or the plant. You know, I just love coming out here and, you know, picking the little broccoli florets and eating them. Again, even these leaves are going to be tasty and delicious. Again, look at the pile of leaves. There's a couple pounds of leaves. Nice edible green leaves just from those broccoli plants. Again, so you can see just what one little teeny tiny seed can produce. It's just amazing. And also, as gardeners, you know, if you're a gardener yourself, you know, harvest time is something we all really look forward to. You know, you spend a lot of time early in the season in the spring preparing the soils and tilling the soils and planting your seedlings out in the garden or direct sowing your seeds, and then you have to care and nurture for your plants as a mother would its newborn baby, you know. So it's something we're always excited when harvest time comes in the vegetable garden. You know, it's very rewarding to reap the fruits of your labor. So anyhow, let's just take a closer look at these two beautiful heads of broccoli. And so I'll either steam some of this broccoli. We have a pressure cooker. You can cook them in the pressure cooker, or if you have a covered dish, you could add a little bit of water and cook them or steam them in the microwave for maybe 7 minutes. That works well too. My wife will also cut up some of these broccoli florets and we'll put them in our wraps. We love wraps with rice and beans and cilantro and, you know, all kinds of other little vegetables, and we'll put the broccoli in our wraps as well. That's one of our favorite dishes. But anyhow, I just want to thank you for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden harvesting these beautiful broccoli plants. And if you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to leave them in the section below. And you can also visit us at plantsmartliving.com. And there you can learn more about gardening and also how you can reclaim your health by adopting a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful day today. So until next time, this is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred.